Welcome to our deep dive. You ready to jump into Chapter 5 of S.M. Sazeed Arman's Level Up Your Life?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
We're focusing on the vitality vortex, fueling your flame today. I know our listeners are always looking for impactful self-improvement tips, but who isn't, right?
Right. It's like everyone wants to level up their life, but sometimes it feels like you need a complete overhaul, just too much.
Exactly. And that's what's so cool about this chapter. It's all about small changes that make a big impact.
It uses these real-life stories, too. It's not just abstract concepts. It's seeing how people transform their lives.
It's almost like you're getting a sneak peek into someone else's journey. So relatable.
And it makes it feel possible,
Yeah.
you know? Like, if they can do it, I can too.
Totally. So the first story, it's about Nathan. And he's struggling with something. I think we've all been there.
Motivation to exercise.
Oh, yeah. I've been there. So relatable.
Right. It's like, you should work out, but actually making yourself do it.
Ugh, it's the worst.
But here's where it gets interesting. Nathan's friend Jake, he helps him reframe his whole approach to exercise.
Oh, how do you do that?
Instead of seeing it as this chore or punishment, Jake's like, find something you enjoy, Make it F-U-N.
The joyful movement idea.
Exactly. And it's huge because it's not about forcing yourself. It's about finding what makes you happy.
So it's like exercise becomes a source of energy, not a source of stress.
Exactly. And that's what happens for Nathan. He starts small, just walking around the block.
Baby steps.
But even that little spark.
Like it reawakens something.
He starts jogging, then exploring trails, even try some home workouts.
Wow. So it's like once he removed the pressure, his body was like, okay, now I want to move.
And there's actually some cool research on this, the role of dopamine in habit formation.
Oh, tell me more.
When we do stuff we enjoy, our brain releases dopamine. It reinforces that behavior.
So we crave it more.
Exactly. It's like hacking your brain for fitness. By choosing stuff that's fun, you're wiring yourself to want to move.
That's so cool. It's like a positive feedback loop.
Totally.
And for Nathan, I bet the results were awesome.
Oh, yeah. He ends up feeling lighter, more energetic. Even his mental clarity improved.
Like it affects everything.
And his sister, even she notices a difference.
Wow. It really shows you how finding an activity you enjoy. That's the key.
Yeah.
It makes all the difference. Makes me wonder, what's a small, fun movement I could try today?
That's the beauty of it. You don't have to join a gym or do some crazy workout.
Just find something you love.
Even small bursts of movement can have a huge impact on your well-being.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've covered movement. What about sleep? Another struggle we all face.
Oh, yeah. Big time. The chapter talks about Elena. She's battling insomnia.
Feeling drained all the time.
Yep. And it's not just about being tired. It affects everything. Focus, mood, even how we handle stress.
It's all connected.
But good news, Elena's cousin Leo, he gives her some awesome advice.
Okay. I'm intrigued. What do you say?
He's all about creating a wind-down ritual.
Wind-down ritual. I like that.
It's about training your body for sleep, making it a habit.
So what does that look like? Like, what does she actually do?
Well, she starts with a strict bedtime. No phone at night. Dimming the lights.
Creating that cozy vibe.
Exactly. Then some herbal tea, reading, just calming stuff.
Sounds so relaxing.
And the results, amazing.
I bet.
She starts sleeping better. Energy levels go way up. No more relying on coffee as much.
Wow. It's amazing what a good night's sleep can do.
Right? It's huge E, and there's a lot of science behind it, this whole circadian rhythm thing.
Oh, yeah. Our body's natural sleep-wake cycle.
When you have a consistent routine, it's like you're reprogramming that rhythm.
So you're sleeping deeper and better.
Exactly. And it's not about forcing yourself to sleep. It's about making it happen naturally.
That's such a good way to put it. Makes me think. What about my evening routine? What could I change tonight?
Even one small thing can make a difference,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we've got movement, we've got sleep. Now let's talk about something I love.
Hit me.
Food. We all know it's important. But healthy choices can be tough sometimes.
For real, the chapter talks about Mia. She's in this cycle of pastries, fast food.
And those energy crashes.
Huh.
The worst. But her friend Daniel, he has this great analogy. He compares the body to a car.
Oh, I like this one.
He's like, cheap fuel leads to bad performance. High quality fuel, you run smoothly.
Such a good analogy. It shows how directly linked food and how we feel are.
Right. When we nourish ourselves with good stuff, it's like giving our body the best fuel.
Fruits, veggies, lean protein, whole grains.
All that good stuff.
And what's cool about Mia, she starts small.
No crazy diet overhauls.
Nope. Gradual swaps, oatmeal instead of pastries, almonds instead of chips.
And it works.
It does. She gets sustained energy, no more crashes. Her skin even clears up.
Wow. So healthy eating doesn't have to be complicated or restrictive at all.
Not at all. Small changes. Consistency, that's the key.
Absolutely.
And it's about finding what works for you, not striving for perfection.
Progress, not perfection.
I love that.
So we've got movement, we've got food. Now this next story, it's about finding fitness in a surprising place.
This one's about Lena. She hates the gym, finds it totally uninspiring.
I get that. Some gyms can feel kind of soul-crushing.
Right. And she doesn't even consider working out in nature. It's like she's got this fixed idea of what exercise should be.
I used to be like that too. Thought it had to be indoors. At a gym to count.
But then you discovered hiking.
Totally changed my perspective. It's like nature has this power to rejuvenate you.
There's actually a ton of research on this. Spending time in nature reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, boosts mood.
Wow. It's like our bodies are made to connect with nature.
Right. And that's what happens to Lena, her coworker Ben. He takes her hiking.
I bet she was hesitant at first.
Oh, totally. But once she's out there, something clicks, the fresh air, the mental clarity, moving her body in a natural way.
It's like a whole new world opens up.
And for Lena, it sparks a total transformation. Hiking leads to outdoor yoga, then biking.
Wow. So it's like nature unlocked this inner athlete she never knew she had.
It's amazing, right? It shows how our environment can help us level up or hold us back.
Right. If you surround yourself with things that inspire you, that's when the magic happens.
And fitness can be so simple. A walk in the park, hiking in the woods, even just sitting under a tree.
It's about connecting with nature, however you can.
Exactly. So do you have access to nature? Is there an outdoor activity you've been wanting to try?
These are such good questions to ask yourself.
Yep.
Now, switching gears a bit, let's talk about something that can bring a sense of calm amidst all the chaos.
Okay, I'm listening.
Meditation. This chapter introduces us to Jonah. His mornings used to be pure stress and anxiety.
That morning rush, I feel that.
He's constantly rushing, feeling overwhelmed. It sets a bad tone for the whole day.
It's like starting your day in a deficit.
And his friend Ava, she introduces him to meditation.
But I bet he wasn't into it at first.
He was totally skeptical. Thought it was impossible to quiet his mind,
So many people think meditation is about emptying your mind, but it's not really about that.
So what is it about then?
It's more about awareness, noticing your thoughts and feelings without judgment.
So not getting swept away by them.
Exactly. And that can be super helpful for managing stress, anxiety, all that stuff.
That makes sense. So how does Jonah's meditation journey go?
Well, he starts small, just 5 minutes a day. Even that is tough at first.
Could he sticks with it?
He does. And gradually, he starts to feel less reactive to his thoughts.
Like he's creating space between himself and his inner world.
Exactly. And it transforms his mornings. They become this sanctuary of calm.
Wow, that's powerful. So meditation becomes his daily dose of Zen.
And it goes beyond just feeling calmer. He handles pressure better, thinks more clearly, even at work.
It's like meditation gave him a superpower.
Right. It's like a mental workout. Strengthens our focus, helps us regulate our emotions.
That makes us more resilient.
It's a practice anyone can benefit from.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Last story in this chapter. It's about something I think we all struggle with sometimes.
Oh, let me guess. Communication.
You got it. The art of conversation. This story's about Leo. He's always felt awkward in social situations.
Like he can't express himself properly.
Exactly. He's fumbling for the right words. Feels self-conscious.
We've all been there.
But his friend Sophie, she gives him some game-changing advice.
Oh, what did she say?
She's all about the power of listening. Real connection comes from being present with the other person.
So simple, but so true.
Right. It's not about being the wittiest or most eloquent. It's about truly listening and responding with genuine interest.
It's about connection, not performance.
And I bet that shifted everything for Leo.
It did. He starts paying attention to how great communicators engage with people.
Learning by observing.
Exactly. And he starts practicing small talk, even though it feels uncomfortable at first.
Switching past that comfort zone.
And the results? He starts presenting at work with confidence, engaging with people successfully.
And it all came from shifting his focus from himself to others.
From self-consciousness to genuine interest.
That's so powerful.
It is. It reminds us that we all have the potential to be great communicators.
It's not about being extroverted or charismatic. It's about being present, listening deeply, engaging with curiosity.
And that takes practice. But it's a skill anyone can develop.
You know, what's so cool about all these stories? They all highlight this one key idea. Small changes lead to big results. It's easy to get caught up in thinking we need to make massive changes to see progress.
Overhauling your entire life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that can be overwhelming. and ultimately unsustainable.
What these stories show us is that consistency is key.
Even tiny actions, done consistently, over time, they can have a huge impact.
It's like that saying, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
I love that. And it's not just about external changes. It's about the internal shifts, too.
Reframing our relationship with exercise, creating a mindful approach to sleep, shifting our focus in conversations.
These internal changes, they're what drive lasting transformation.
It's about cultivating a growth mindset, believing that we can always learn, adapt, and evolve.
Personal growth is a journey, not a destination.
And it's a journey we can be on our whole lives.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want you to think about what resonated with you the most. What's one small change you can commit to?
Maybe it's incorporating joyful movement, creating a wind-down ritual, or swapping out a processed snack for something healthier.
It doesn't have to be huge, just something small and consistent.
Remember those small actions? Over time, they lead to remarkable results.
And that's what this is all about. Personal transformation. It's an ongoing journey. It's about growth, exploration, and becoming the best versions of ourselves.
Embrace the process, celebrate the small victories, keep leveling up your life.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time.
And it makes you think, like, what if we just focused on really listening to people?
Instead of worrying about how we sound.
Exactly. It's like we're so busy trying to perform, we forget to connect.
It all comes back to that idea of small changes leading to big results, right?
Totally. It's easy to think you need to make huge changes to see progress.
Like overhauling a whole life.
But that can be so overwhelming, and most of the time, it's just not realistic.
What these stories show us is that consistency is key. Even the tiniest actions,
Done over and over.
they can create huge shifts. It's like that saying, a journey of 1,000 miles.
Ye begins with a single step.
Love that. And it's not just about the external changes either,
It's the internal ones too, the mindset shifts.
like how we view exercise, our approach to sleep, even how we communicate.
Those internal changes, they're what make the transformation stick.
It's about believing you can grow and change,
Cultivating that growth mindset.
that we can adapt and evolve.
Personal growth, it's not a destination, it's a journey.
And it's a journey we're all on.
Constantly learning, growing, becoming better versions of ourselves.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what resonated with you most? What one small change are you going to try?
Maybe it's joyful movement, a wind-down ritual, swapping a snack for something healthier.
You don't need to do it all. Just pick one thing.
And remember, consistency is everything.
Those small, consistent actions, that's where the magic happens.
It's how we level up our lives.
So embrace the journey, celebrate your wins, and keep growing.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you on the next deep dive.